Most people I come across tell me, Jazz, I want more customers, I want more revenues, and I want more profits. But if you look at this formula, you'll see that those three things have got equal signs before them. They're outputs. They cannot be directly influenced. The things that we can influence are the things in black. The number of inquiries we generate, how good we are at converting them into paying customers, how often we get people to come back, how much we get them to spend, and how much profit we derive from each transaction. Those 5 things are what we can influence, hence we call this chassis our 5 ways. Now, what this chassis also does is blow one wildly held myth out of the water, and that is that the only way I can grow my business is by getting new customers through the door. Now, unless you're a brand new business, that's not true. If you're a brand new business, then yes, the only way you can grow your business is with new customers. For everybody else, I want to prove to you that there is a whole stack of potential. For most people, 6 figures. For a few, it's been more than 7 figures that we can extract from our business without even looking at bringing new customers in. And the great thing about that is typically when we're trying to bring new customers in, that's the one that costs us money. You see, the other 4 don't cost us money. Doing leads first is like filling the bath with the plug hole out. Why would you do that? Surely you want to make sure that when you do invest one of your hard-earned pounds in generating an inquiry, you want to give it the best chance of trickling all the way down to where it matters, profits. Now, just for your reference, I normally work it in a different way. I work margins first, I work conversion rate second, I work average value sale third, I work number of transactions fourth, and I only look at lead generation last. And you see, most business people are just throwing money at trying to generate inquiries without realizing just how much potential there is in their business, which is why it's such a dangerous myth that people hold on to. Now, I want to give this chassis some context by putting some numbers in. And I'm going to give you some more context by saying that it's going to be a dog kennels business that we're referring to. Why do I say dogs and kennels? Well, dogs have leads, don't they? Well, I didn't profess to be a comedian, I'm a business coach. Now, let's go through these numbers. These are a snapshot of over a year, okay? And in that year, we had 4,000 dog owners interested in leaving their dogs with us. We convinced 1 out of 4 of them to do so, meaning we had 1,000 paying customers at the end of the year. Now, the next 2 are averages. In every business, there's going to be lots of fluctuations. How often did customers come back on average in that next year? Well, here we found it was twice. Now, some people might have come back once a week. Some people might have come once and we never heard from them again, but the average was 2. And so is the next one, average value sale. We found the average was £100. Some people might have spent 5,000, some people might have spent £5, but we found the average was 100, which gave us revenues of £200,000. We found the average margin was 25%, which left us with profits of £50,000 at the end of the year. So what I want to do next is give some more context to these numbers and show you how by making just a minor improvement in each one of those 5 areas can have a profound effect on your business. So let's start with leads because it's top of the formula. Let's just say that we were to put into place a referral scheme for argument's sake, where we encouraged our existing dog owners to recommend us to other dog owners that they know. And we managed to get the number of inquiries up, not number of customers, number of inquiries up by 10% in that year. Now, let's say if we were to really break down our sales process and improve our conversion rate. Let's say if we were to show you that sales is a process. And let's say it's all about little things that if you do will make a massive difference. For argument's sake, let's show you that there is a preferred conversion rate uniform. Let's tell you that having a name badge increases your conversion rate. Let's tell you that touching somebody on the left elbow when you're talking to them increases your conversion rate. Let's tell you that following up on quotes increases your conversion rate. Let's say with all of those and a whole raft of other things I'm going to show you, you manage to increase your conversion rate by just 10%. I'm not looking for life-changing numbers here. That gives us now 1,210 paying customers for that year. Now, let's say that we get proactive with our customers and don't make the fatal assumption that if they want us, they'll come to us. No, they won't. We've got to do more to stay in front of our minds of our clients. And let's say we started sending out a monthly newsletter to our clients and we managed to get their frequency of visits up by just 10%. In this example, it is 1 extra visit in 5 years. And let's say we were to teach our team to cross-sell. Let's say we were to teach our team that when people were coming to collect their dogs, we were going to tell them about the shampooing service that we did that was £10. And we managed to increase the average value sale by £10. Well, what does that do to revenues? It moves it to 220,000, doesn't it? No. it moves it to 292,000. Let's continue. Let's see if I can manage to get you to put your price up because you've not done it for 7 years. Or let's say you put your price up by 5% and you reduce your costs by 5%. By the way, you won't be able to reduce your costs if you don't track them through your profit and loss. But let's say I manage to do this and get the net effect of 10% increase in our margin. So what does that do to the most important number? It moves it from 50,000 to 80,500 pounds. The most important number by over 30,000 pounds increase. This is about the power of divide to multiply, the compound effect, breaking something down. What are most people doing? Most people are just throwing money at generating more inquiries. And for those of you that work in percentages, the example that I just showed you there results in a 46% increase in revenue, but more importantly, a 61% increase in your profits, just for 10% across each one of those 5 areas. And by the way, some of them you might not be able to adjust. Some of them, for example, let's say you were selling £100,000 kitchens. You're not going to get another visit of those every year, are you? So it's an average across each one of those 5 areas. 10% average was like I just showed you there. But here's the thing, I've just shown you something now that 95% of your competitors haven't got a clue about. They're willfully going through day to day, just throwing money at trying to generate new inquiries. But here's the thing that really, really gets me. More than 90% of people watching this video won't do anything about it. And that's the crying shame, because when we go back to our businesses, we just go back to doing what we always did before. Putting out fires, tidying up other people's mess, answering their questions and having no time to do this stuff, the stuff that will make the difference. And because I've been teaching it since 2007, maybe I don't think it's that extraordinary. And as it's validated by the 3rd wealthiest man on earth, it's not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. I do believe that business is massively about being systematically ordinary in a consistent manner.